So they say in Michigan there are two different types of seasons, winter and construction. And in Lansing, there are definitely some major construction sites. I'm gonna be taking you to one of those because it'll show you how it might affect your commute by moving here to the greater Lansing area. I'm also gonna take you on some roads where you might find some surprises along the way. You definitely don't wanna miss that. So let's get started with this next episode of Lansing, Michigan Life right now. Hey there folks, Troy Seifert here with the Capital Area Real Estate Specialist. I'm a top producing real estate agent in the greater Lansing, Michigan area, and I get phone calls all the time from people who are just like you watching this channel, people from all over the country, even all over the world, people who are looking to move here. And so if you're looking to move here in 9 days, 90 days, or 9 months from now, I would love to be able to talk with you about your real estate goals. All my contact information is in the description below, so feel free to call me, text me, email me, or schedule a Zoom call with me. I would love to be able to talk with you face to face, even on a Zoom call about what your real estate goals are. Just to let you know, we are the top channel in the greater Lansing, Michigan area when it comes to everything in the Lansing area. We not only have listings, but we also have pros and cons. We have tips that you should know before buying. We even have driving tours like I'm about to do right now, snow drive tours. So definitely check out the channel. And if you haven't already, please like this video, subscribe to my channel, or ring the bell for notifications. I do have videos going live once or twice a week. So if you want to be notified first when that new video goes live, then ring that bell. Okay, so I am taking you on another driving tour. Like I said, I did have winter snow drives, a couple of those videos, and I feel like in the summer, it's a little bit different. Our area in Michigan, about a third of the roads right now are in fair condition. As the years go on, in about 10 to 20 years, they're predicting that our roads will go to almost half of the roads being in poor condition. Why is that? Well, our roads, because of the winters, what happens is we have a freeze and thaw. You'll have a freeze on our roads, and then when everything thaws, it splits the concrete on the roads. Construction needs to happen a lot, especially in those colder areas like Michigan. So you will see on this driving tour, you're gonna see even in the construction zones, there's still some work that's needed to be done. And again, you're gonna wanna follow along with me here because I am going to show you how it is going to affect your commute potentially. And then also, I'm gonna take you on some fun roads that you've really gotta watch out for when you're driving in the city of Lansing, because otherwise you could get flat tires. Could be some issues that happen with your cars. So anyway, let me get this ready. By the way, I want to do a disclaimer. This is a hands-free state, so I am not driving unsafe while doing this video. So let's get started. I will see you on the other side. Right, hey there, I had to do a quick stop at Starbucks. Where I am at right now, just to let you know, I am right by Eastwood Town Center. When you see me getting out of here, you're gonna see, I just want to kind of show you the location of where I'm at. You can kind of see like there's a bank in front. I don't know if you can see everything else at Eastwood, but you're kind of seeing the one side of Eastwood Town Center there. I'm on Lake Lansing Road, and this is towards the northern part of Lansing. This is right by the 127 Interstate. And on this road, you typically can travel 70, 75 miles an hour, but like last year, and then even this year, they've been doing some major road construction. You can see like how close this is to the highway, right? I'm getting right on the exit, and here we go. I'm starting here because I kind of analyzed the roads because I have no snow on these roads. You know, right now, because everything's thawed and because, you know, there's gonna be no more snow for a long time, they are starting to do the construction. They feel it's safe, and construction season usually lasts. You can kind of hear it's a little rumbly right here. Construction season can sometimes start as early as March or April. And they did start on the construction really early. It's been like this for a while. This is typically a 2-lane road, and we're traveling south on here. So if you're coming from DeWitt and you're wanting to maybe go to Sparrow Hospital, or maybe, you know, if you're coming from Sparrow Hospital and you're going down to Holt or Mason, or you're commuting to Okemos, this construction is going to affect you. So you already see, like I went down to 1 lane, they're showing you like detours. So as I'm approaching here and getting to the single lane, you're gonna see the 496 interchange, which if you've been following my videos, Lansing's surrounded by interstates, which is great. But then when construction season comes and people depend on certain commutes, it can really slow you down with the detours. And I think that this project is gonna go on for like another couple years. I don't think that it's gonna die down anytime soon. So this is gonna affect people for a long while. You can see like you got a merge lane over here from the people that are getting off on the last exit. But honestly, with traffic, you guys, I mean, this is traffic isn't that bad here. So you can see over here, you're gonna start seeing signs for 496 West. That's what you would take to get to the downtown. So if you're coming from the north, like that commute hasn't really been affected, but you're seeing here, you had to make a choice. You either had to go to 496 West in the right lane, or you had to go to 127 South in the left lane. Well, I had to continue going south, so I'm gonna do that. Now to get to where my office is, which is in Okemos, I used to be able to take 127 South and go further, and there used to be a road, and I don't know if you can see it on the sign, but it says Trowbridge Road. That was an exit that takes you down to MSU, and a lot of people who might be going to the football games in our area, they would take that exit because it's closest to where the football stadium is and where Breslin Center is. Well, they've shut down that exit. As you can see, like over here on the right-hand side is where I would typically go, and it's completely blocked off. Like I can't get over to it. So those people who are trying to find an easy commute to MSU, they're gonna have to take a detour. So they're gonna have to find a different way. And there are different ways that you can take as you start becoming more familiar to here. I'm not, but right now we are going to continue to move. Now this is turning into 2 lanes, which is great. And the speed limit, roughly about 60 miles an hour over here. And as I continue to go on this detour, I want you to be able to see, like now you're starting to see, it says the I-96 ramps open. Okay, so I'm curious. I haven't traveled this for almost a week, so maybe the I-96 interchange ramps are open. They had them closed for a long time, where you could not get to I-96, which would take you to Okemos, or which would take you to the south side, right? So I'm gonna continue going here, but as I continue going further south, the thing that you have to be aware of is that, people are just taking detours at some of these exits. Like if you're wanting to go to Okemos, then this next exit that's coming up is what you would have to take, not the Interstate, because that's the only way you'd be able to get to Okemos fast. Over here on the left-hand side, you can see that building, that's McLaren Hospital. So if you're traveling from McLaren, you can see it's towards the south side right here. And if you're living in Okemos, not too far away from being in Okemos or any other parts of Lansing, because it's towards the central south side. But they do get creative a little bit here with their exits. This exit right over here, they say the exit's open. This is the Jolly Road exit. This is the exit you would take to get to McLaren. That is still open, but then some of the ramps are still closed. Like you can't get on the ramp on the opposite side, I believe. There isn't a way to be able to get on that as of right now. I think they still have that closed. So it looks like it's open. So again, you kind of had to figure out what ramp is open, what ramp is closed, because that can change week to week. Kind of like I told you with I-96, right? So up here, you are seeing like over there to the right where you can see the signs coming up, that's typically where they have the I-96 signs here, and then you're supposed to make a choice. Well, they just opened this up, which is great. They were both closed. You couldn't get on the I-96 either direction. Now you can get onto 96 East, which would take you over to Okemos, which is great, or you could go to the west side of I-96. I'm letting you know, just because it's safe right now doesn't mean that they won't close that ramp later on. It goes off and on, I promise you. So it's been closed for like 3 months, and it was a major pain for people to have to use the detours. Now I'm south of 96 and I'm heading into Holt. So you can see with Holt, what people had to do is they would have to travel all the way down to Holt for another few miles, and then they would have to turn around at the Holt exit and come right back up to be able to get back on the highway. So it added an additional 10-minute commute, which is, crazy to me. And now you can see, now we're kind of done with the construction here, and this is where it would take you to that exit. It seems like the construction has gotten a little bit better since even last week. So, but again, you see here, this is where they have follow detour. Okay, eastbound Holt Road closed, follow detour. This changes week to week. So you'll see, just because one thing's closed or open back up, then another thing might be closed, right? They're on to the next project. So again, you saw a lot of orange cones there. Welcome to construction season. I'm going to now take you to some interesting road in the city of Lansing for you to see. See you in a bit. Okay, so I wanted to let you know before I show you the road, I had to travel north, and to travel north, I had to take a back road that had lots of traffic lights on Cedar Street, because if I went the other way on the highway, that 496 to the downtown area, which is where I wanted to be at, was closed. So I had to pick an alternate route. So those of you coming from the south side, Mason, Holt, that would affect your commute trying to get to the downtown and would take you longer. So I did want to point that out. So Right now, I am getting ready to turn onto Pennsylvania Avenue. It's the same road that Potter Park Zoo is on, but I want to show you the roads. This is where you're going to start seeing, like, this is what Lansing City roads potentially look like. Okay, so I'm sticking in the right lane here. I might have to move over to the left lane just so I can avoid. So if I go over to the right, you kind of see like there's some potholes over there. This isn't too bad as of yet. Now you can kind of see on the roads, if you can see that, you know, just lots of squiggly lines, lots of cracks. You can see that. Now, whoa, here we go. So I'm moving up and down right here. Ooh, look at this. So now you're starting to see the condition of the roads right here. Like, look at that. I mean, that's just separation of cracks. Now I'm approaching Penny, which I've featured on one of my Lansing, Michigan life videos about things you didn't know. But Penny is the truck-eating bridge. Semis get stuck in there because they don't know the clearance there. So anyway, fun fact for you as we're driving this. Potter Park Zoo is on the left. Nice river here, but let's keep going. Okay, so here we go. So you can see on the right-hand side, I mean, just kind of look on the right-hand side of the road, just cracks there. And then as I'm approaching here, and again, this is Pennsylvania, this is decently major road. Okay, so right here we go. Here's more. You see that on the right? I mean, and you can see like where the, like there was a little bit of rain in the morning. You can see the puddles kind of inside if it's wet in there. That's because of the concrete separating because of our winter. So you'll see roads be closed, you know, maybe for like a week or two, or maybe like, yeah, maybe a week or two where they're just trying to fill in those holes. That happens a lot during this time of year. So now I'm going to turn on to Mount Hope, which is a road that runs east and west, because I want you to again see these potholes because it is interesting to say the least. Okay, again, you see the orange cones there around there. But as I go on Mount Hope, again, like, and you're seeing the cars kind of swerve a little bit. You have to swerve to avoid them because your tires will get completely obliterated here. And then here's the train track, but now look at all the potholes in there. You just gotta be careful. So you gotta kind of go around. You can see the car in front of me even, like they're swerving to the left to avoid them. That's what you almost have to do. See, there's one right there and I'm swerving. Deep pothole there. You just have to be on the lookout on some of these roads. And these are Lansing City roads. And this is why we even state like, hey, Lansing City, like you have a lot of roads that need some work. And you're gonna have people that are gonna rupture tires. There's really nothing that you can do as far as like, you know, go against the city for an insurance claim if something happens. It's unfortunate, quite honestly. So anyway, now you kind of got a glimpse of go on some of the side streets here to the right, you know, in the neighborhood, you can see more those potholes, but I just wanted to kind of give you a glimpse of what this looks like. So I'm gonna find a place to park to kind of debrief with you. So I will see you shortly. Okay, that was rough on that road. Like if you could feel what I had to do, like of swerving around potholes and feeling it just on my car, okay? I just want to give you a realistic picture of what the roads look like. If this is your first time seeing my video, maybe you love the Lansing area, you're like, what is this guy? Like he's just slamming Lansing? No. Check out my video library, you will see I love the Lansing area. I just want to give you a realistic picture of what it looks like to be able to drive in this area because I do talk about the roads. And if you search and research online, you will see that the roads are something of concern just throughout the entire state, not just in the Lansing area. So again, I just wanted to give you a realistic picture of what to expect. If you like this video, please like it. Also, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Pretty please, I would appreciate it. And also ring the bell if you want to get notified when the next video goes live. And if you want to contact me for any real estate needs whatsoever, feel free to contact me in the description below. All my contact info is there. I would love to be able to speak with you and really tell you how great of a city Lansing is despite the roads. So until next time, everybody, make it a great day and take care. Hope you enjoyed this. Bye-bye.